God's people. Let's see what she's doing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. With the onions and all that good stuff. So we're going straight from that to braising. Now, it's almost smoking. When that thing starts smoking real good, I gotta get it smoking. Got a little bit of oil in there. You can feel the heat coming off of it, but it ain't smoking yet. I need that thing to smoke like it's ready to catch fire. Yes, sir. Then we working with gas. Ready, open up all these cans. These are my butter beans. Gonna add them butter beans to it. Yes, sir. I'm ready to have it smoking. See what I'm saying? That grease is smoking. Now we're gonna put it in here. Leave them onions off. See how big these is? I should have chopped them down. Matter of fact, I might still chop them down, man. I don't know, they just so big. Forget it. I could have chopped some of them big boys in half. You can't overcrowd it too much because you definitely want them to get a nice crust on the whole thing, right? All sides of it. Get a nice brown crust on it. What that does is it seals the juices in your meat. It's gonna keep your meat nice and juicy. See how they got that good smoke to it? I'm gonna keep turning these and working these until they get a nice crust to them. When they get that nice crust to them, then you add your liquid to it. That releases the juices in the meat and it tenderizes it real quick when you don't have that toughness in your meat. Yeah, definitely so. I really should have chopped it down. I wasn't thinking. Look how big these oxtails is. My. Huh. And this is braising. We're going to come back to this. Let you see what it looked like. Keep smoking. And see when it get it smoking like that? See how that pot is smoking? That's when you know it's ready. She's good and hot. Man, she's ready for this meat. That's these oxtails so big, I gotta use 2 pots just to braise it. And this is just our first step. We just braising right now. And let me show you something. See all this caramelization down in the pot? See all of that? People may think that's burnt. Nah. That's flavor, baby. All that flavor gonna come up off of there when I hit it with the liquid. Yes, sir. All that flavor. Yeah, now what we got right now, this is what braising does. See this? So now we got a nice crust on these. We're gonna work this crust all around on all sides. We got braising going on. Now, this nice good crust that you see on this meat, when I get it on all the sides of this meat, then I'm gonna add my liquid to it. And when I add my liquid to it, I'm gonna let it all cook down. By the time it cooks down, it develops that nice flavor, that nice gravy. I add my fixing to it, my butter beans, my onions, my mushrooms. Oh my goodness. Now we got some fire. Let's eat. We almost got all sides brown. Got this nice crust to it. See all that drippings down in the bottom? I'm ready to pick all that up. I might hit it with a little bit of white wine, give it some more flavor. My goodness. Look at what we doing. Yes, sir. We getting all these sides nice and crispy. Man, you want to talk about tender? You want to talk about flavor? See what I was telling you all in the other video about that fat that was on the oxtails. You see what that fat looks like now? All that fat is rendering off. Look how nice and crispy brown that is. We don't even have no fat no more. That's going to be all juice. That's going to be all flavor down in here. Yes, sir. Make it happen, Captain. We have braised this down to the point we wanted to get it. All our meat is nice and crispy all around. See that goodness down in the bottom? Yes, sir. All that goodness down in the bottom of these pans. So now what we're going to do, we're going to lift that goodness up, and that's going to be our flavoring for our gravy. We got a nice wine here. I'm going to use a Sutter Home Sangria, which is a sweet wine, so it's going to add a sweet flavor to it. But all the liquor is going to cook out. So bang. Yes. Yes, there we go. Now, I'm going to show you all how all this drippings down on the bottom is going to lift right up off of this. And all we're getting is the flavor. Now watch this. Bam, look at that. See how all them drippings going to pick up off of here? Eventually, I'm not going to have none of that down there. All that flavor is going to be in my gravy and my sauce. Yes, sir. Work your magic, baby. Work your magic. Part 2. Now, wine also serves as another purpose. It's a tenderizer for your meat. It's a natural tenderizer. It's going to break this meat down real good and adding flavor to it all at the same time. Man, we getting jiggy with this. I can't wait. Yes, sir. Look at all that picking up off of there. All that flavor picking up off of there. Right. Which is going to also let the meat release and become tender. So we're putting about, I say this is about a quart of water added to it. Bam. Let that process. You just want it to cover the top of it. Not too much. Let it cover the top and start reducing down. Yeah, she look nice. See that nice rich color we getting up off of it? Look at that rich color. Yes, sir. That's what we want. Nothing but flavors. And we want just enough to cover the meat. No more than that. Another thing with this home cooking, which is different from when you cook in a restaurant, right? If I was cooking in a restaurant, then I would have a higher fire. And having a higher fire is so good because the food cooks quicker, you know? It'll be boiling quicker, and all of that stuff. It'll break down quicker. So this takes a little bit more. It's more of a process, but you're still going to get your flavors. You're going to get your yum yum, all of that. All right, family, see you in a minute. And so now we got the meat covered. This is all we want. I'm going to put a top on it so it'll come to a boil quicker because like I said earlier, we're cooking in Chef Jones' kitchen. And in Chef Jones' kitchen, we don't have that heat. This is a kitchen just like your home. And in your home, you can do the same thing I'm doing. right? From to feed God's people, straight to your home, no difference. And we're gonna bring it to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, because see, liquid comes to a boil quicker when you cover it up. It'll bring it to a rapid boil, and that's what we need. So when it comes to a rapid boil, I'll remove the tops, and then I'm gonna let it reduce down all by itself. So just doing a rough cut on the potatoes. We back to feed God's people, and today we making oxtails. We putting all the good veggies in it. It's gonna be a complete meal. So you don't have to worry about nothing. All you gotta do is eat. Put it on a plate and eat. Complete meal, vegetables, starch, got your protein, got it all in one. And we gonna eat good. We gonna eat good. Now, I kind of feel like my potatoes, my pots are boiling. So we're gonna check it out. Show you some very important stuff. When you come to a pot that you think is boiling, never open the lid up towards you. When you open the lid up towards you, you run the danger of hot water boiling up and escaping and getting onto you and giving you a second or third degree burn. Always open the lid up away from you. See? And that's what we got. Oh yeah, she doing what she's supposed to do. Here we go. Here we go. With Chef Jones, we going it like it do. Yes, family. Yes, family. Let's make it happen. Yes, that bottom of that pot is nice and clean. All that flavor has released up into this gravy that we gonna have here. My. Making my stomach hungry. Yes. And here we go. We have our butter beans. We got our onions. We're gonna have our potatoes. And I'm gonna put some mixed vegetables over in it. And it's the complete meal. Let's make it do it. Yes, sir, family. We'll be back soon with Chef Derek and to feed God's people. Derek, and we here. I had to add some liquid to it. We're gonna let this liquid reduce down. When it gets about halfway, we got this pot liquor now. And when it gets about halfway, the flavor's tight, flavor's right, we're gonna correct it with some seasoning. We're gonna put our potatoes, our onions, and our butter beans in there, and I'm gonna add these mushrooms to it. All right, these are portobello, baby portobello mushrooms. Now the thing with mushrooms is, if you or when you use mushrooms, especially portobellos, all in the way you cut them, you can make a portobello mushroom taste like meat. You won't even know you're not eating meat because of the way you cut it. And I'm gonna show you how. Because we're gonna cut these where it has a meat consistency to them. For you vegetarians, see this thickness on it? That's what's gonna give you your meat taste. For you vegetarians, portobello mushrooms, meat substitute. I know you already knew that though. So we learning with Chef Jones today. Let's get it in, fam. We cooked the dish, I ain't had no meat in it. She was like, man, tastes like I'm still eating steak. Every time you cut, anything you cut, you want to get a flat surface to it. When you get your flat surface, it'll make it easy for you so you don't cut yourself. See, very important. Always look for the flat surface. This is a round product. See, you don't want it rolling around, so you cut it in half, get your flat surface, bam, bam. Let's do it. Back with Chef Jones to feed God's people. Let's see what she doing. Yes, sir. Ooh-wee. Yes, sir. She doing it right. Let's see if she with me. Nah, she's still taking a little time. She taking her own time. But baby girl, make it happen. So this pot right here is this has a steel metal base, which is about an inch or about an inch thick, that's added to this pot. So you can cook creams in here and everything and it won't burn. This pot is wider, but it has a thin base on it, but this is thin. So it's gonna cook faster. The heat comes to the metal quicker. This is stainless steel, And I don't actually know what kind of metal that is, to keep it 100. But I'm telling you what, I'm rocking with it. We're going to be feeding to feed God's people. It's going to make it happen. To my kitchen or yours, family. Let's do it. Okay, family. Back with to feed God's people. We was doing oxtails. I've got the finished dish. I've added all the ingredients. Your mushrooms, your onions, your butter beans. We all done. And the oxtails has cooked down. It's nice, delicious. Look at that nice gravy sauce. All right, this is what we're working with. Delicious. Delicious. Look at that. Look at that. Falling off the bone. That's your butter beans. Those are, oh my goodness, man. I can't wait to get up in this. Yes, sir. All right, family. Here we go. It is ready. Let's do it.